Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for another video. Yes, another out and about video. Out and about. So what are we doing today? Right, tonight we are going to do, fingers crossed, Screen Unseen, which is an Odeon thing where you turn up at the cinema, pay a £5, sit your little arses down in the chair, and then the film starts. But you don't know what you're watching until the credits roll. My hope is for Venom, although it might be a little bit too soon for that yet. So it'd be interesting to see what we got. Hopefully Lulu and Clare will give a thumbs up to some screen time today. Depends on how they feel. But we'll find out later on when we get to Maidstone. Yes, so before that, I'm down in the town, down in Dover, and I think, oh, Poundland. So, I want to go down to Poundland and maybe CEX. So, we're going to pop into Poundland in a minute, have a look. There might be a few extra ones, I don't know. And then CEX, which they've had some steelbooks in there for about a week or two. But I'll try and get some footage. I couldn't get any footage last time because there's too many people around it. But yeah, we'll see what we can capture on film. Blu-rays on film. Blu-rays on film. There's all sorts of bloody weird sounds going on out here. Yes, anyway, so I'll see you in a little while down at Poundland, also known as the World of Quid. Okay, so it does look like we've got a few extra titles up here, but let's go through them and see what we've got. A lot of these are the ones, yeah, many. These have been here for about a week or two. Nice that they've stacked them like this now. It is a year to go through. What the bloody hell is that? The Interceptor. Is that a game or Blu-ray? It looks like a game. Alienish. Trust Nicolas Cage. I'm pretty sure I've picked that one up. Cell. Samuel L. Jackson. From Stephen King, based on the book by Stephen King. Oh, that looks good. Very apocalyptic. What else we've got? Yeah, Pitch Black. Oh, Spy. Oh, I picked that one up from CEX in Maidstone. I think I paid £1.50 for it. And what's on? I just got it here. Turtle's Tail. Okay. Oh, Hotel Transylvania, the first one. Awesome. HQ, Transformers, Transporter, I mean. Oh, Daredevil there. And they got Hotel Transylvania 2 as well. Oh, they've got some others here. What have we got here? Jack Ryan. Shadow Recruit. Oh, brilliant. I think this might be a Music Magpie. It's a bit tight, the ceiling on it. And that's an unusual Shaun of the Dead. A bit like that King Kong one. Very unusual covers. Okay, so let's have a look, see what's on the shelves in here in CEX then. All in alphabetical order. Well, some of them are. Skyfall. That's that steelbook I was telling you about. Yeah, £5. Pretty good quality as well. What else we got here? Blade Runner 2049. Another steelbook. Oh, Beauty and the Beast, £18. Yeah, no. Oh, God. No, definitely not. Not for £18 anyway. That's a shame. Bees, what else we got here? Chappie. Cult of Chucky for £5. That's quite a good deal, actually. If I was into Chucky. Dirty Grandpa, or Grandma, whatever it's called. E.T. Steelbook, that's pretty good, £5. That actually looks pretty good quality, that one does. It's the same one that I've got. Diode Quadrilogy there. Doctor Who. Which one? Oh, £22. Nah, that's a little bit steep. What's right down the bottom here? Oh, another steelbook here. Oh, blimey, they really jammed them in. Oh, God. Fantasia. Pretty good quality. I've sort of like given up with buying steelbooks on Disney because we're going to be waiting forever for like 50 of them or however many there are. Let's have a look over this section here. RIPD, which I bought up from Poundland. What's that? Blood Diamond. That's a DVD. What's that doing there? Sleeping Beauty, £12. Yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't look damaged, I don't think. No, it looks pretty good quality. Star Trek's. Force Awakens down there. Ted. Some of these are actually in Poundland. Top Gun 3D, £6. Haven't seen it in 3D. And Turbo Kid. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's have a look in this middle section where the gentleman's gone. Green Hornet, £3.50. Yeah, well, they can keep that one. Harry Potter. What? Oh my, HD DVD 50p. Oh god, I might just buy that just for collectability. That's right here. Got some Hobbit. Some lenticular Hobbit. Very nice. They seem to be all over the place, not in alphabetical order, really. Oh, there's another one. Oh my god. I can't get that one out. Hang on, let's see if we can just remove something, because that is so jammed in. Let's see if we can get that out now. There we go. Jungle Book for £12. Somebody's getting rid of all of their Disney steelbooks. Okay, anything down here? Limitless, Lucy, La La Land with a slip for £4. A little bit tattered at the top. What else have we got down here? Okay, so we just got back to the car from the town. We did both Poundland, which I got a bundle of goodiness. Goodness gracious me. And we also went in CEX as well. They had quite a few steelbooks in CEX still, but I wasn't really tempted, even though some of them were Disney's. Some of them were a bit, nah. Yeah, so I did notice Terminator 2 4K there, but they wanted 18 quid for it, so drop your prices. But I've heard the 4K on that's not too brilliant anyway. So before we head off out, because we're popping up to Lulu and Clare's for Screen Unseen tonight. Hopefully, if we can get in. I think 3/4 of the cinema's tickets have already gone. Where we turn up, buy a ticket, sit down, and then find out what we're watching. So that should be interesting if we can get in. But we might go and get something to eat as well in Frankie and Benny's beforehand. So it'd be a nice little trip out. Before we head off, I obviously have to go home and change. Yes, I do wear other shirts every now and again, you know. And I might even strap on a pair of jeans if I can pull them up, which actually should be really easy now because I've lost some weight. I've lost over 3 stone, so they were a little bit tight in March. So yeah, they should be all right now. Fingers crossed. Bet they'll end up being too baggy and I'll have to buy another pair. Yay! Right, anyway, so let's quickly get to the Blu-rays. Right, okay, so I picked up 2 in Poundland If you see me perspiring, it's actually quite hot in the car, but I don't want to open the window or put the air conditioning on because it might bugger the video up. So anyway, the two that I picked up, the first one I picked up was Hotel Transylvania, and this is the first Blu-ray, this is the first movie. Now, I was trying to remember back because I'm sure I picked one up in Poundland before, but I believe it's the 3D Hotel Transylvania 2 3D that I picked up. Of course, if I did pick up the first one, then I'm completely bugging and I bought it for no reason. But yes, so hopefully now I've got both Hotel Transylvania movies. That's fantastic, love it. And both for £1 each. Also, the other what is going on with these cars? There's like two cars trying to get into one space, and they're fighting over each other. Okay, and that bloke looks a bit pissed because he lost his opportunity to get in the space. Anyway, the other one that was kind of interesting, based on a book by Stephen King, Fear Your Phone, and it's called Cell, with Samuel L. Jackson and John Cusack. Stephen King resurrects the zombie genre, powerhouse performances. So it looks a bit like a movie version of... Oh, it does! It looks like bloody Walking Dead. Apocalyptic Walking Dead. Oh, that's good. I hope that's good. Oh, well, brilliant. So, okay, so I'm looking forward to watching that. So, only £2 Poundland pickups. So, they're my £2 Poundland pickups for today. Didn't pick anything up in CEX. Nothing really screamed at me. So, yes. So, £2 Poundland pickups to go in the Poundland bin. Now, I've just stopped off in the shop, Costa. I just stopped off in Costa to get my lovely cappuccino with my, what is it called? Coconut milk. Although now I've read that coconut milk and coconut cream is bad for you and it can cause cancer and all that kind of shit. Oh, fucking hell, everything causes cancer, doesn't it? If we took any notice of everything they say, oh, hello. Oh, she's a bit of all right. Yeah, if we took any notice of what they say about don't eat this, don't drink that, we would have all weathered away and turned into skeleton years ago. Oh dear, that was nice. Okay, and also stopped in a different place in Dover. I think it's called the Brunch House. I think it's called the Brunch. To get something to nibble on, because as I say, we'll probably be going into Frankie and Benny's later on tonight. But I've got a sandwich and they've put it in a box. And this part of the segment is called Big Pauly Eats His Lunch. So, oh, let's have a look, see what this is like. I wanted the egg mayonnaise, but they were out of egg mayonnaise. So I got a pulled pork. Oh. Oh, that's very nice. Nice pulled pork sandwich with a little bit of salad. Salad. With some drizzle on it. Oh, blimey. Hang on, let's get the sandwich. Oh, bloody hell. And cheese. Oh, my goodness me. Look at the bloody size of that. I could barely hold it. Look how thick that crust is. Holy shit, that's a door stopper. Oh, got to taste a bit of this. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's very nice. Nice and soft. Oh, God, I'm going to drop this all over the car in a minute. Look, oh, they bunged it up with a bit of cheese. I haven't had cheese in ages. And some nice pulled pork. Oh, that's nice. That's going to keep me going right up until Frankie and Benny's. Hopefully tonight. I haven't decided what I'm going to have there, but hopefully we'll get to do this screen unseen and that we won't get to the cinema and they'll say, sorry, sold out. Anyway, I'm going to carry on eating this. Because, oh, there's lovely... Oh, there's some nice syrup. What do you call it, syrup? What do you call it, seasoning? On the lettuce. Lovely. Do you know what? This channel's more turning into a bloody food channel than a Blu-ray hunting channel. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to carry on eating this. And I'll see you, well, it'll be in about 3 hours, but by the time I turn the camera off, turn it back on again, I'll be completely dressed differently. And on our way to Maidstone. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we have just arrived up at Lulu and Clare's in Maidstone. That took best part of an hour to go about, what, 40 miles? But if you don't know, bloody M20, it's like 50-mile-an-hour roadworks for about 35 to 40 miles. This is all to do with Brexit. Next year, what is it, March 29th, I think? There's going to be, where I live in Dover, there's going to be like added security, extra passport checks. And because they can't be asked to build a lorry park, they're deciding to use the M20 as a smart motorway. I don't know what the fuck's smart about it. Apparently they're going to park lorries on the hard shoulder of the motorway to ease congestion going down into the port. Yeah. What happens if you break down? Anyway, we are here, so let's waddle on in. And yes, look, new shirt. Well, not new shirt, but I've changed it. And I managed to get me jeans on, which is brilliant. They were a little bit tight previously, way back in March when I went to C2C. And I had to go through my cupboard to find through 4 belts. Every belt I tried was crap. It was too long and there was no holes available. I would have had to get the old scissors out and... Yeah, no. I did find one belt which I haven't worn in about 6 years. 5 or 6 years, which is one of my brown country themed belts. So I'm really happy I've managed to get that back on again. So I'm on the very first hole though. So we'll see over the next couple of months how many holes I can notch it across. I might have to buy another belt. Right, okay, so let's waddle on in and yeah. Oh, we're okay, we're at Lulu and Clare's now, and here's little Maya looking really bored. Okay, and oh look, surprise.
Hello.
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 You've got some goodies for me, haven't you?
Yes.
That you picked up at Poundland Sittingbourne. What'd you get? Oh, Catching Fire. That's a steelbook. Sealed. And this, I think I actually bought this steelbook from HMV for about £25 a couple of years ago.
Do you know how much I paid for it?
Pound?
A pound. Well, my mother actually.
But we didn't get one.
You
We got
two.
two.
What a shame they didn't have any of the other movies for £1 as well. That would have been awesome. Oh, so we got 2 lovely steelbooks. And Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
2.
2. Oh yeah, 2, because I've got number 1, but I've never seen number 2. What else have we got? Men in Black.
I feel like one of those
Brilliant.
TV presenters.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Generation game.
Yeah.
Where's the conveyor belt? Men in Black with a nice reflective slip. That looks really nice. Good film, brilliant film. Have you guys seen Men in Black?
Yes.
Did you like it?
If it wasn't for the pug, I'd have walked out.
Frank.
And this.
Yeah, and that weird King Kong one with a really weird cover, which is actually the Peter Jackson movie. So I don't know where they got that cover from, but it makes a change.
Well, my mother's visiting us. My mother bought these for Paul. We picked them. Well, actually, Paul picked them. We phoned him up on FaceTime.
On
and he said what he
FaceTime.
wanted. And we got him. Well, Claire got him, actually, because Claire found them.
We got them, but I found them. Stickers for the Poundland
Stickers for the Poundland bin. How many stickers?
700.
Blimey, gonna need a bigger bin.
Yeah.
I I have yet to see the Poundland bin with the stickers, but I hear it's got stickers on it now.
Yeah, some weird ones as well. So
Excellent.
we're going to end up sticking some Kylo on there and some lightsabers and all that sort of stuff. So that'll be brilliant.
No digo nada.
Oh, blimey! I thought my hearing had gone then.
Ben. I'm gonna introduce you to
Oh,
my
we've got
mother. who is
another
visiting.
visitor.
This is my mother.
It's Lulu's twin.
Thank you. This is my mom.
Hello. You're over visiting from Texas.
Hello.
Hello. And I got you a Blu-ray, didn't I? I got you a Downton Abbey Blu-ray.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you got a Blu-ray player back in Texas?
No.
Oops.
DVD player.
A DVD player.
You have to watch it when she's here.
Yeah, when she's here. Yeah, brilliant.
Fine.
Fantastic. So what are we going to do then tonight?
We're going to screen unseen. We don't know what we're going to watch.
Oh yeah, screen unseen.
It's only £5. We don't know what we're going to watch, but it's at the Odeon, which is kind of like very near to us.
5-minute walk or 2-minute drive.
Yeah, and we're going to pay for a ticket, sit down, and we won't know what it is until it comes up on the screen.
My bet's on Venom.
Venom would be awesome to watch it. An evening of Tom Hardy for £5. That would be wonderful.
Having seen the clues, I think I might have to agree with you.
Yeah, but it's Meerkat Movies because it's Tuesday.
Yes.
So basically, we get to see Tom Hardy for £2.50.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And of course, trip out with Big Pauly would not be complete without some food. So first, we're going for some dinner at Frankie and
Yay!
Benny's.
Frankie and Benny's. Frankie and Benny's? It's called Frankie and Benny's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mamita, ¿tú quieres venir a cenar con nosotros? Do you want to come and have dinner with us?
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
¿Quieres
I know
venir?
nothing.
You want to come?
No, gracias.
You're very tired, aren't you? Because you've got lots of jet lag.
She wants a break from
Yeah.
us.
A break from you, yeah. A break from Lulu and Claire's yabbering all day long.
Okay. We'll say cut now.
Yeah.
Adios.
All right. Well,
Bye-bye.
let's.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So say goodbye then for now.
Bye-bye.
And we'll see you
Goodbye.
again at Frankie and Benny's.
Yeah,
Bye. See you later. See you in a bit.
Lock Meadow now at Maidstone. What was that?
You don't have to pay.
Don't have to pay.
From 6:30, it's free.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. We always like not having to pay. And we're going to go in Frankie and Benny's, but we're going to get tickets first, aren't we? I don't think we're going to get a table. It's quite crowded around here. But we're going to go and get our tickets first to make sure we get them before getting the table in Frankie and Benny's. Just getting to the top of the escalator. There's the Odeon. Let's go and have a look, see what tickets we can get for tonight. Busy tonight? Oh yes. Okay, into Frankie and Benny's we go. So we're in Frankie and Benny's. They seem to have something that I'm very familiar with on the menu. Waffling. What was that?
I said, you're good at waffling and I'm going to get myself in a sticky situation.
A sticky situation. Sticky toffee pudding. Oh, that sounds nice. Weight Watchers, no.
And me?
You? No.
Well, see, I'm going to blame it on the steroids.
All right.
I had a kidney transplant. But
How many?
really, I just love food.
How many years you going to drag that excuse out?
Well, I have to take them for life, so I don't know.
Me? Well, I don't know what I want yet. Our food has come, so Lulu, you have got
Spaghetti and meatballs.
spaghetti and meat. Blimey, they're big meatballs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Meatballs. And Claire has got steak with a lovely baked potato.
I'm being really healthy today. I've chosen to have jacket potato over chips.
Yeah.
Not
Oh
really.
yeah.
I couldn't have chips.
I love baked potatoes.
Have you ever wondered who was more manly in the relationship? Who's having steak?
And I'm
And she loves to grill. That's enough of stereotyping.
having.
Where is your chicken?
Yeah, chicken is buried under there. It's buried under some cheese and some fries and slaw and that. But anyway, here we go. We're going to get stuck in now. Fanatical about film. Screen 6 we are. What? Oh, let's go and have a look. See what we can do.
That's what we think it might be.
Yeah, might be.
No, I'd rather it was
Possibly.
Venom
Although,
I think it's going to be Venom.
could be. No. Alright, screen 6. Here we go.
I would do Venom. I don't want it to be Venom.
No, because I think that would come under like horror, really, wouldn't it?
though. It does look a bit scary.
Surely
Yeah.
it's got to be too big a film to be on.
That's too big a film, and it's like first week in October, so I don't think it's too far away still. Here we go, Odeon Screen Unseen. Yeah, what is it? What we seeing? Dad was like, "You're mad going to see something you don't even know what you're seeing." 4, 5, and 6. Did you enjoy that, kiddies?
Oh, hello.
Hello. We're going back to the car now after coming out and give you a little review, eh? Hello. We are out from the cinema, from seeing Screen Unseen. And we were all wrong, weren't we?
Yep.
Well, it was a heist.
It was a heist. We were thinking it was either going to be Den of Thieves with, was it Michael Caine?
Not a lot of people know that.
Not a lot of people knew that. I was holding hope that it was going to be Venom. But I suppose it's a little bit too early
Venom
for
would
that.
have been amazing.
What was it?
It was
American Animals.
American Animals, that's the one.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
And when it started, I was like,
What the?
what the hell is this? And it kind of started like a Channel 4 documentary. You know, part documentary, part actual event that's going on. We didn't know what it was about. We thought it was going to be something to do with a school shooting, didn't we, to start with? But it ended up being about a couple of guys that ended up robbing this library for some books.
That makes it sound really crap.
But
We've all done it.
the thing is, the true life criminals are sort of telling the story from their perspectives.
Yeah.
And it does actually. I really wanted to keep watching it after a while. The first 15 minutes, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I might have to walk out and wait for you guys at the pub or something. But
I saw you shifting in your seat a few times, and I thought, oh shit, she's going to say, oh, I'll meet you outside.
yeah, but it did kind of I think after like half an hour, it grabbed me a bit.
Yeah,
and
well,
I
I
really
think-
wanted to see it through.
I think about half an hour.
Yeah.
About
Yeah,
half an hour in.
Give it half an hour, guys, if you see this.
Well, I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's an evening film.
Yeah.
For me, that's amazing.
I mean, for the first half an hour, I was thinking, oh, God, I hope it gets a little bit better than this. It's a bit slow paced. It's a bit sort of like all over the place. But it really did get going.
It
And
did.
and when they actually ended up doing the robbery,
oh, go so
I
fat.
was shitting myself.
I was wetting myself with laughter.
I was like bloody biting my nails.
Well, it's kind of like the last 20 minutes when it actually picks up into
Yeah.
the action. It's all very slow motion, but it just went really slowly and a lot of dialogue. But there were some funny bits.
There were
I
some
found
really
myself
funny
laughing out
bits.
loud a few
Yeah.
times.
There's lots of build up, isn't there? There's lots of
Yeah.
build up to get into it.
You do become quite endeared to the characters. You know, I found them endearing.
Yeah.
I did sort of, yeah, and we won't tell you what happens in case you watch it. But the way they get caught is just the most stupidest thing
Yeah.
ever.
And I knew I knew nothing about this. I mean, I've never heard of a library robbery.
And it's based on a true story.
It is based on true story, yeah.
But the thing is, you know that they get caught because the real criminals are telling you the story from their perspective.
But you're going with the journey, aren't you? You're going to find out how they did
how
it.
they got
and
caught, and yeah, so
It's definitely worth a watch.
it's
though.
definitely worth the watch, yeah.
yeah, they would
Just
have been.
don't turn it off before you get to like half an
Yeah.
hour.
Wait
Yeah.
a bit.
But there are,
Give it half an hour.
there are lots of like in jokes, isn't there? Like Quentin Tarantino when they were trying to rename them.
Oh, the Mr. Green,
Mr. Green,
Pink,
Mr. Pink.
Mr.
Why am I
Yellow.
going to be called Mr. Pink?
Where's that from again?
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so
I quite liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, in the end, it was good.
yeah, I think I'd do this again.
It's not a huge cast. It's not a very well-known cast. Evan Peters was the main bloke in it who played, what was his name? Instigator. I can't remember
Oh,
his
Warren.
name. Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he been in?
He's in American Horror Story. He's been in nearly every season of that. He was also Quicksilver in one of the X-Men movies, or two of the X-Men movies.
But I also recognise the bodybuilding dude.
Yeah, he was in Glee.
Oh, is that how I recognise him
Yeah,
from?
he was in the. I think he was in the Glee project. He was one of the ones that got into Glee after the Glee project.
And the librarian.
Oh, he did
She's-
well for
we've
himself.
seen her in
Oh,
something.
well, we saw her in the Big Driver. Do you remember? She played the mom of these two dudes that yeah. She basically this lady went to talk in her school or somewhere, and she set her up because her son kidnapped her and took her as if she was going to die, but instead of calling the police, she got revenge herself.
Did I
think
watch
it was
it?
called Big Driver or something.
Oh,
On TV.
Yeah, we saw it. We both saw it.
oh.
Yeah.
And the only other person that I recognised was, the only way I can express it, and I think I'm going to probably get a thing for racist. He looks quite Chinese.
Do you mean the main dude that was?
Yeah, the
Oh, the
youngish
one that plays
dude.
Spencer.
Gosh, look, I can't even remember the names of them. Yeah,
I've seen him in something.
Yeah, he looked familiar to me too.
I only remember him from Dunkirk.
It's the eyes, isn't it?
Yeah,
They had some actors in there that we recognise from other things.
yeah.
But they also had I thought to be honest with you, I thought the whole thing was fictional, because I even thought that the people that were playing the criminals were actually actors.
Were actually
because
actors.
They looked like actors.
Yeah, they were not sort of like, not. They were used to the camera, if you could kind of like put it
I
that
know what
way.
you mean.
It's like they've been in front of the camera. It's like the Clint Eastwood movie that came out, 1512 to Paris or something, I think it was called, or 1514 to Paris, about those gunmen that went on the train in Paris and were going to shoot up all the passengers.
Oh, no.
And Clint Eastwood remade that, but he actually used the American soldiers that were on the train at the time as the actors.
Oh right.
But it bombed a bit because they were shit actors.
But that's why I didn't think these guys were real,
They were good.
because they were like actors.
Yeah, they were good. They were good. You wouldn't have thought they were not actors.
No. It was good.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
so
thought it was quite gripping actually.
yeah,
I'm actually going to go and Google whether this actually happened or not, because I'm still convinced that it's all fictional, because the real people were
No, I think
really
it
good
did.
actors.
No. Do you
I mean, it
reckon?
tells you at the end where they are now and what they're doing
Yeah.
with their lives.
and they usually do that on
No,
I
on
think
fiction,
I
on
think it was
fact,
real.
on
Yeah,
fact
I think it
movies.
was
I think it's real.
They
but
were
it's-
too emotional for it not to be, I think, especially Warren.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it was
think.
really.
it's just one of those things that we haven't heard about. I mean, I've never heard of it.
I
Well,
remember
I think
seeing
It went under the radar, I suppose.
I remember seeing something on YouTube about it when I've been watching some of the clips for other films, and it was there, but I didn't click on it. But I remember that slightly.
Yeah,
American Animals.
American Animals.
It starts off being a bit like, you'd think you're going to watch something that's set in the 1800s or something, with some guy doing himself up and he's going to go out into the wilderness or something. But then actually it's very modern, this day and age.
Yeah,
It was quite freaky to start off with a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit
it did get good. It
Yeah.
did get
But
good.
it got really good.
And it's like when they were like telling the stories at the end, it's like you could hear a pin drop, couldn't you? It was so quiet in the cinema
I think
because
everybody-
everybody got engrossed in the film as it went on.
It was good.
It was a good, yeah.
Now, I'm glad we watched it, because I would have missed that, because I would not have gone with something like American Animals. I probably wouldn't have gone to see.
I
something
wouldn't
like
just
that.
for the title.
It's not something that I would have rushed out to see. I mean, I probably would have looked at the cast and when I thought, oh, that's a straight to DVD job.
I don't even think a trailer could have made me want to watch it. Actually.
I've never seen the
If they-
trailer for it.
Like, if they picked any bits out of it, I don't think I'd have wanted to go.
Yeah.
To go and see it, but I'm glad we did see it because
Yeah, it's one of those that is quite surprisingly good.
it's
And
one we
it would have
probably
gone. It would have gone under the radar.
Yeah. That's
I'm
probably
sorry
good.
to interrupt you, my darling.
Yes, I'm used to it by now. About 12 years of it. It's all right.
That's probably a good thing with this Screen Unseen because we get to see films that we would normally have seen. I hope they're not all that like that though. I hope some of them are
A bit more.
maybe well established or.
Well, one of them was actually Shape of Water.
Oh,
One of the Screen Unseens was the Shape of
wow.
Water, because this is how I found out about it. 'Cause somebody said to me, "Oh, you should." It was Shape of Water that we went to see, and I said, "Oh." And then one was I'm Tanya or something with Margot Robbie.
Oh, I'm Tonya.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I've
another
got that on
Screen
Blu-ray.
Unseen. Yeah. So they
Oh,
do.
so they're
They
good,
do bring them out.
good films. Yeah.
Yeah, they do bring them out.
Yeah.
So
Would we do it again?
Yeah,
I would.
definitely would.
Yeah, I
Would
would.
you?
I do, just for the suspense. I mean, when we got in there, it was just so exciting
it
because we
was,
didn't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
did I
like,
say?
what's
What
it
did I
going to be?
We were all trying to
It was
guess.
funny. It was funny when we were sitting there. The little adverts finished. All of a sudden, the BBFC screen came up with "This is certified," and it said "American Animals," and we were like,
What?
"What?"
I just remember Claire saying quite a few times, "What the hell are we watching?" That's all that kept coming out of her mouth within the first.
I thought it was going to be like the two boys that did that shooting in that school.
Yeah, no.
So I was
Yeah.
getting quite.
You were getting quite anxious. I
I
thought
didn't think
we're
I wanted to
gonna,
watch that.
we're gonna walk out in a minute, aren't we?
And then Lou's like, it's okay, because that'll come under horror, because that'll be an 18.
I couldn't see how they could do that on a 15.
No, it would have been a very dodgy thing to watch, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I would have wanted to watch it. I didn't really like to watch reenactments of people suffering. That's why I
Yeah. I
prefer
would not
fiction
like
over documentaries.
I
any
mean,
day.
talking like that, I mean, with the schools and everything in America. But do you remember the incident where that bloke burst into the cinema?
Oh,
It's the
don't.
Batman one.
Yeah, in the Dark Knight with the
Yeah.
Heath Ledger and just shot everybody. They actually did make a movie about the day's events
see, I
after
don't
that,
think I could watch
and
that.
and they called it Dark Knight.
No.
Perfect title for it, but they spelt it Night instead of Knight. But yeah, well, it's not.
Could you watch something like that?
I mean, if it's on Netflix, I might have a go at it because
But in a cinema.
it just because it's not just about the cinema, it's about what events led them up to doing that. And their lives running up to it. And
But a lot of that would be fictional because they don't know because the person.
yeah.
So it's speculation.
It's from word of mouth and friends and family and that
It
kind of
doesn't
stuff.
really-
Yeah.
Not reality
Which
TV.
also was this on this film as well, wasn't it? Because they had like little video clips of
Yeah.
members of the family and that.
Yeah, I just thought it was one of those false documentary things they were trying to do, but I suppose it is real. But I will still Google
I think
it.
I think I'll still Google
Real?
it. I think it's real.
I think it's real.
I think it's real.
You think it's real?
Well, yeah, I think it's real, but incredible to believe that it's real.
Yeah. If the whole thing is complete fiction, then they've done a really good job.
Yeah.
And they are a bit stupid, aren't they?
Well, that's why I think it's a bit silly because the whole point is they were like masterminds up to a certain point, and then the tiniest little mistake, the most simplest, easiest that we're not master criminals, but even we would make that
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it might be fiction because you think, really?
Yeah, because it's not like years and years and years of planning, like robbing this massive gold bullion and all that. It's kind of like within a couple of days, isn't it?
No, it's months.
Well,
They went
months.
from 2003 to 2004.
Yeah, but the whole idea of it is let's go and rob a library.
But by the time they got all of them on board,
Yeah.
there was like, what, 8 days?
Oh yeah.
It
Time
wasn't much time
had
at
gone.
all.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, it's recommended. Do you know what? I do
But
it just for... Sorry.
They did have a board though, didn't they? With this is what's going to be there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like they usually do in these heist movies. I do like heist movies.
I did too. I really like the way they think it's gonna. They show you what they think it's gonna come out like, and then of course the robbery itself is nothing like what they imagined it would be.
Yeah.
So that's
It wasn't
quite
predictable either, actually. That's another thing I quite liked about it.
I still think that because they had some disguises, didn't they, when they were first going to do the robbery? I still think they should have used those disguises for the second
yeah,
time.
definitely.
They would have got away with it.
good. No, they
Well,
wouldn't.
no, they
have,
wouldn't because of
the mistake
they
that
made.
made.
Oh.
So they still would have found them all. But it's crazy. I wish it would have tied everything in. I wish, because it shows the FBI coming for all of them at the same time. I wish they would have showed how they tied everyone into that one mistake that was made.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. Yeah. But then there's artistic license, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'd do it again just for the suspense. I mean, it was so exciting. In this day and age, you know what to expect in a film, and they show you pretty much all the best bits in the previews, and you kind of know everything and everything else, and it's been reviewed and everything. So it was really nice to go into the cinema, big screen,
Not have a clue.
not have a clue what you were going to watch, don't even know who's in it, don't even know what it's about. You haven't read any reviews on it because it hasn't been shown. And,
No, it's not out
It
until
was quite
sometime
good.
in September.
and you feel a bit like, you feel a little bit privileged,
Bit
really.
VIP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only cost a £5.
It cost a £5. And there's one thing to be said about this though. Never give anybody your mobile number.
Yeah.
on that note, Mr. Let's not spoil it too much for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We'll have a nice big spoiler alert coming up here.
Well,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yes.
I definitely want to do this again.
Yeah. When's the next one?
17th of September.
17th of
September.
September. Which is past the Michael Caine film, but within about 2 weeks of Venom opening.
Yeah, but then you see Venom. It's so big. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I
just really-
don't think they put that one in there.
No, I think they're a little bit not independent films, but they're a little bit less.
Yeah, but if we're
Hollywood blockbuster films, I would say.
If we're hoping for it, if we're like hoping for Venom, then, and it does come on, it's kind of like, well, we kind of knew that was coming. It's nice, like you say, it's nice to be surprised by
Yeah.
something completely out of the
don't
ordinary
Get me wrong. If
that
it
we
had
wouldn't
said
have gone to see.
if it had said Venom, I'd have been cheering. Everybody would be cheering because you're getting to see a blockbuster film before anyone does.
Yeah.
And you're only spending £5. So it would have been amazing.
But then again, Shape of Water was a blockbuster movie.
Well, yeah, but it's out of the ordinary. It's not your typical sort of.
Yeah, it's not
It's
like
special.
it's not well, it was Oscar worthy actually.
Yeah.
It bloody won the Oscar, didn't it? But it's not like A-list, right up
Yeah.
there, going to earn $500 billion kind of thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It's still a low key type of independent movie.
special film.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen Shape of Water, have you?
No, but then you see, do you know what? Because of the previews and what everybody said, I kind of feel like I have, and I think that's what's really good about this.
It's a
screen I've
beautiful
seen.
film. It's a beautiful film.
No.
And the clues, I don't see how the clues point to that film.
I never read the clues, so
If anybody knows how the
I'm
clues
clueless.
point,
Yeah.
if anybody knows about
No,
the
but
clues,
didn't
or
they
what
mention
they-
Heist,
The first one was something to do with the estuary. We did read that one.
Well, what's that?
Shape of water,
Something
something
about-
about water.
No,
isn't it?
something about where something
Well, yeah, well, that's what I was
Oh, that's
thinking.
the
It was the
birds,
Michael
though.
Caine one because it was London. Because I was thinking maybe
I
the
thought-
London,
I thought birds.
the Thames or
It's
something.
birds
Or,
got to do with the river.
Well,
wow, birds.
wild birds. Well, the estuary
Oh,
is for the
yeah.
birds. So
Birds.
this was mainly about birds. It all started because they saw a rare book about birds.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's
okay, maybe
confused
that's
them
library.
even more.
So, but if anyone knows how the clues tied up, please let us know.
I can't remember
Yeah.
what the second one was. The third one was, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, with
Are
the
you
joke on
serious?
there.
Are you serious? But I don't really.
Like,
But I don't get how "Are you serious?" is a clue.
Oh, are they seriously going to do what they did? But
Yeah, but you could say that
Yeah,
for
but
any
yeah.
film.
It's not specific, is it?
Exactly.
And I can't remember what the second one was.
Yes, if anybody's got an idea as to how they match up, please let us know.
Yeah.
And if you're all, and any of you that are in the local area next time we go, why don't we make a group out of it? Meet us here and we'll watch it
Group
together.
meet with Big Pauly
Yeah,
and gang.
group meet. That's the one. If anyone's in the
Pauly and special guests.
anyone in the Kent area, or even if you want to travel, that's 17th
Yeah.
of September. Put it in your diary.
Maybe Savannah will come over from Australia.
Savannah, na na na. I left my heart up in Savannah.
Havana, you
Havana.
Pauly.
I know it's Havana.
I know you do.
It's just, it just went. I just
Because
went
it
with
rhymes.
it. That's right.
We shall now think of you, Savannah, every time we hear.
Havana,
Havana.
na na na.
Na, 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 na.
I left my heart up in Havana, na na na. Yeah, and who's the other? Laura as well. Yeah, she's quite cool as well with her messages. Laura, hello.
Hello, everybody.
And yeah, and you've all met my mum, my twin.
Twin. And whether or not I get the actual Blu-ray when this comes out, I don't know, because it might have an extended cut or it might have
be
special
the
features.
Poundland. It'll be Poundland before you know
Oh, I
it.
don't know, but if there is a Blu-ray, I can always give the digital code to Toby.
We love you, Toby. We love you. I said to Polly just to give you all of them in one go.
Give you all of the digital codes that ever
It's
existed.
funny. You're older. You've made your money. God, can you remember what it was like being 16 years old and being on a little allowance, even if you got anything, some pocket money?
I tell you
How
what,
can you make that stretch?
that Poundland bin has got shitloads of unsealed Blu-rays in it.
Okay.
And there are so many digital codes. I mean, some of them were probably gone by their part. date, you know, from ages ago. Some of them might be all right, so I might see if I can dig some out.
Yeah, anybody that gives stick to Toby, you got to remember what it was like when you were 16 years old. Do you think you could go out and buy every single Blu-ray you would? No, of course not.
There weren't Blu-rays when I
No.
was 16.
Well, you know what I mean. Whatever it was, cassette tapes. I don't know, 8 tracks. I have no
Hey,
idea what it
how
was.
old do you think I am?
I'm not being funny. What is an A-track?
Well, I'm not that old either, but I do know.
Do you know what? I would
No,
have.
really, I don't know what an A-track
I would have really worried then if you had said, "What are CDs?"
No, not CD. What's an A-track? I know. Well,
Wait a minute. Laser discs. Do you remember
Oh,
the latest craze? Laser discs. That's what it reminds me of. Every time you do those big sleeve things, it
Oh
reminds me
yeah,
of laser discs.
that was the whole reason of doing the big sleeves for Laserdisc fans. God, I remember buying all those Laserdiscs.
God, you're well old.
I used to
Don't
go
know
to a
what that
shop in
is.
Faversham,
Laserdisc.
or
It was VCRs and
or
and
Philips,
tapes in
the
my day.
old Philips LaserVision players. Wow.
I like to point out that I didn't just meet Claire, you know, at the school playground or anything. She's actually.
I'm 23 years old.
Oh, shut your face! We've been together 12 years. I'm going to get arrested if you keep lying like that. For God's sake. I'm not going to tell you what her age is, but she's only 8 years younger than me. So, we'll leave it there.
She's just a baby, isn't she, in here? She's just a baby.
Baby.
She's so not. It's the most frustrating thing. Is
She-
when I go out with these two baby faces here, one happens to be older, yeah? And they get asked for ID and I don't. Well, that just sucks. That absolutely sucks.
Yeah, but just look at this little face.
This one gets ID'd for a blooming scratch card.
Yeah, but come on, that's a bit insulting. That's 16. I couldn't. I went into the DIY store a couple of weeks ago to try and buy some paint stripper, and the lady wouldn't sell it to me. Paint stripper.
Really?
Yeah. She have to be 18 years old, and she didn't believe that I
You
was.
should think you were going to sniff it or
18.
something.
Is
Awesome.
that fist bump worthy?
No, it's
That's
not,
definitely
it's not
fist
for
bump
me,
worthy.
Ian. No, it's not.
Oh,
And then
dear
Lou
me.
rocked up to the checkout because she'd previously been looking somewhere else, and we got served. It was fine.
But do you
You should
remember?
keep on looking at me, that's right then.
Do you remember when we were in Las Vegas and we were at the Star Trek experience?
Yes, that's what I was going to come
And all,
across now.
was going to buy a bottle of Romulan ale,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
And he said, have you got ID? And I said, do you need to see my ID? No, that's
No,
all right.
that's all right.
Did you go? No, I haven't got my idea, me to see. Because your voice doesn't.
I
break.
can't help if I'm just born with these looks. Babyish looks. Do you know what? When I was at school, even one of the dinner ladies said I've got really nice baby skin.
You have got my skin.
Soft as a baby's bum.
Especially when he's had a nice shave. Like
Yeah,
that.
like I have
Doesn't he look
today.
lovely when he's had a shave?
Oh, I have to say though, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, about a few years back, I talked Pauly into coming to the cinema, and we sat on the seats, and it was quite an uncomfortable experience, wasn't it, Paul?
It was.
It was a very uncomfortable
Pinched a bit.
experience. Pinched quite a bit.
Why were you with Darren?
Now he's lost as much as he's lost now. Are we allowed to say
Over
that?
3 stone.
Yeah, okay, good. I didn't know if you were saving it for a video.
Saving it for a rainy day.
Same cinema, same seats, seats in there, no problem.
Yeah, and we weren't even in the other seats, were we? Because
weren't
we had
even in
more
extra
leg room.
We were in a normal seat, and last time it was
Very tight.
noticeable,
And
very uncomfortable,
I got wedged in by the cup holders.
and it was really difficult to get back up, wasn't it? And the whole seat was moving, the whole thing was moving, and I remember thinking, God, this is a bit of a like roller coaster ride watching this film. What was it? The Bourne something? One of the
Jason
films.
Bourne.
Yeah, one of the last
Yeah.
ones, I think. But no, today it was like, wow. I mean, it's something to celebrate because
He
it was,
slid in and out.
Yeah.
just in, out, normal, no problem.
What?
Okay.
Wash your
let's
mouth
rephrase
out.
that. Oh,
yeah.
That was another thing as well. When you went out there today, in the middle of the
Switch your
foyer
mind
to
off.
buy popcorn and stuff like that, because we went to Frankie and Benny's. It was free refills on all the Coke and stuff, and Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi it was that you had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we said, "Do you want a drink?" And he just announced really loudly in front of the whole foyer of people, "That's all right. I'm all cooked up.
You've got to give up them fags.
I'm all cooked up."
I'm all coked up. I'm having to go.
Well, he told Lou's mum he was going to give it to me earlier. In not so many words. That's the polite version.
Oh, dearie me.
I don't. Oh,
With a love at the end of it.
Yeah.
Love.
In,
What, love?
in the Mexican culture, you're extremely, extremely respectful of, you know, your parents, especially your mother, and you don't swear in front of your mother, and you don't. You just basically you're just, you know, this really good little girl
Almost
in
like
front
a
of your
nun.
mum.
Good little girl.
Good little girl in front of your mum. And these two are just terrible because you know they embarrass her, and sometimes she'll get the joke. She understands a hell of a lot more English and she speaks it well, but you know, because the first language is Spanish, and sometimes it goes over her head, but they are a little bit risque. But my mother's already telling him off all the time about his
She
swearing.
doesn't like my swearing, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Naughty boy. Whereas I was at home the other day watching Singing in the Back Bedroom, my dad shouted up, "Pauly, dinner's ready." I said, "Shut up, I'm watching the fucking film."
Yeah, and Mama Bowman, she swears and all.
Oh my God.
Oh, she's got a... Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, she's got a mouth on her.
Which is
Now I know where I get it from.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically.
And the sexual innuendos.
Yeah,
That definitely comes from your
innuendos.
mother.
It's terrible.
The amount of times I've heard about her putting her hip out.
Don't
his
talk
dad.
about that. Oh,
She did.
God.
Getting her leg over.
No.
Putting her hip out.
No.
Yeah. They do it, Paul. Yes. Right next door to you.
No. That's probably why I have the music going at night and the fan, because it draws out,
Oh my God.
blanks out every kind of noise
Well
in the
done,
house.
Mama and Papa Bowman. If I'm at your age, I'll be happy.
And the cat always comes in and sleeps on my bed, because she's probably thinking, fucking hell, I'm getting out of that room.
I was just going to say something, but I can't because my mother will watch this.
I don't think it really matters. Oh, well.
It might. Depends what she's going to come out with.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, well, there's only room for one meow in you know, in that space at the time.
I think we get it.
Yeah, anyway.
Moving. Do you think we better say goodnight? Oh my God.
I don't know what's worse, my swearing or your filthy mouths.
Look at the windows.
I know it's steaming up in here, isn't it? It's totally steamed up in here.
Wait a minute, we were talking about cats earlier. Nobody said anything about dogging. We're in a car
Looks
park.
like we're talking.
Well, what time is it? It's like
about
10 to 11 at night.
10 to 11 at
We're
night.
in a car park that's emptying out.
Steamy
The windows are all
windows.
steamed up.
Steaming up, and I'm in here with two beautiful women, so it don't matter what they think out there, I'm all right.
I thought you'd be more interested in the gear stick, actually.
Ooh,
So,
Stop it.
put him in neutral. Oh dear me. Here. Maybe next time we.
oh, can I say one thing? I'm sorry. I thought you'd like to park him in reverse.
Oh God, no!
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Not up my fufu pipe. I was going to say, mate.
Men don't have frou-frous. Do you know what a frou-frou is?
Oh shit! I can't see. I've gone blind.
Have your glasses steamed up?
Hold on a minute. I forgot to mention that the windows are tinted as well. So you've got some tinted windows at the back, steamed windows up at the front.
No, we just need to lock the car. Oh dear. Oh dear. We might get a couple of police officers walking. Oh look, I can actually draw a little smiley face on mine. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
How old are we?
I know. Maybe on the next Screen Unseen,
Yeah.
Pauline can come.
Oh, girls' night out.
Girls' night out.
Girls' night out.
We can go for cocktails instead of dinner this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
You'll have to stay
know.
over.
I don't know if I'm going to go into the Odeon though.
No, you won't. You just stay in the car with a cocktail.
Well, I'll just stay in here. I'll look after the car while Pauline goes in there with you lot.
We'll take care of Pauline, don't worry.
Ooh. Have a girls' threesome.
No, I don't like sharing.
Well,
Quite happy with my grass.
You're what?
Oh no, that sounded so wrong. I didn't mean it like
You're
that.
what?
I didn't mean
Your
it.
grass.
No, because people will say the grass is greener, so I said
Yeah.
I'm very happy with my grass.
straight happy with the grass.
Oh, right. That's
Yeah.
okay. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Straight happy with the way the lawn is mowed. And kept tidy. The bushes are all trimmed.
Oh god.
Oh, dearie
You
me.
started it. I just followed.
I did not take it to that level.
Yeah,
okay.
don't beat about the bush. Oh, dear me.
Oh dear.
Well, I think we're going to have to go in a minute. We might get arrested.
I think we've gone off topic now, haven't we?
Yeah, we haven't been delirious. I'm not used to being awake this late on a
Oh,
Tuesday
dear.
night.
I'm not used to being sane this time of night.
Oh, I missed that. I could have just said to you, see you next Tuesday. If I remembered.
Oh, that's my language.
It's Tuesday night. Yes, that's what you
Oh,
get.
dear.
Anyway.
Right. Past our bedtime, I think.
Yeah,
Past our
absolutely.
bedtime. Do you know what time I've got to get up for work tomorrow?
6.
Time.
6 o'clock. 6 bloody o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So, by the time... Oh, also, I think the M20 will be closed going home.
Oh, when is the M20 not closed? What's the heck's going on? with
It's going to be closed for 2 years at night.
What?
So I'll have to go down, what's it called?
A20.
Down the A20.
Is that a joke? 2 years?
2 years. Yes,
Ridiculous.
yes.
that? Oh,
Sound like my mother then, didn't I? It's ridiculous.
it is. Well, guys.
But I don't
that's
care. I mean,
fine.
I don't really do much at work anyway, so I'll just have a kip for the first couple of hours.
I had fun. Thank you for bringing
Yes.
us, and
Excuse
thank you
me.
for both of you wanting to come to this, because I've been wanting to check this out for ages, and thank you for joining me on my first
I'm
experience.
glad we did.
Yeah, so I'm glad we did as
It's
well.
a very
It's
scary
a-
experience.
It's another thing we can make a regular.
We might, yes, we'll make it a regular so we
Yeah.
can review the films that no one's seen yet.
That'd be awesome.
And try not to drop
I was
any
just gonna
spoilers.
say, next time we'll try and, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Not
see what
spoil.
happens. I wonder if there's going to be one that I absolutely have to walk out of.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
I mean, Johnny English is coming up, isn't it?
No.
No, we definitely sit through.
We'll definitely sit through that.
We like Johnny English.
Right, see you later, Lou.
Yeah, it will be a bit. See you later, Lou.
We'll leave her
That and
somewhere else.
anything sci-fi,
E.
ridiculously sci-fi, like, Predator. If that had been Predator, I'd have walked out.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Blimey, if that had been Predator, I would have shit myself there and then.
Yeah. All
I'm
I
so looking
remember
forward to that film.
is it the 90s, 80s Predator? The one that just still has all those tentacles coming out of his.
With Arnie.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I saw that one, and I just thought, why did I sit through this? But I did.
Did you know, here's a little bit of trivia for you. Did you know that the Predator, the original person in the Predator suit was Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Oh, was he?
But it didn't go as they thought. He hated being in the suit and he hated not doing his martial arts stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he got out and they got another actor instead. But he would have been the original Predator.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because then his career went really well after that. Didn't it? At least he could have had one hit film to his credit.
He's got two, I think, Jean-Claude
Time
Van
Cop.
Damme, two great films in his career.
Let me
I
guess.
know
One of them's Time Cop.
one of them's Time Cop, which is about time travel, isn't it, Lou?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Which is not sci-fi.
The other one, Universal Soldier,
Ooh.
with Dolph Lundgren.
Ugh.
Yeah, about genetically enhanced soldiers.
You know what? I might have to
Oh.
give you that one.
I can't comment.
I might have to give you that one.
He's done shitloads of other things,
Oh yeah.
loads of
yeah.
other films, but
He-
those two films I loved him in, and I've got both of them in my.
Yeah, I think I like Time Cop. I've got this vague recollection of he's in a kitchen or something. He's doing like the splits, and because he's gonna
Oh,
get up from some bullets or something under him. I'm not quite
oh,
sure
well,
what it
he's
is.
probably done that in every film.
Well,
Sounds
yeah.
like Paul doing the splits every morning.
And now he's doing Coors adverts, and he doesn't look anything like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there you go. Oh, and Stallone was in This Is Us. Sylvester Stallone was in This Is Us, and we're like,
Oh.
No, he was
Yeah,
not.
he
Was
was.
he really?
Yes, he
in the
was.
second series, he's in the second
Yeah.
series of This Is Us.
Wow.
Well, he's
what,
in-
as himself?
As himself,
Yeah,
like
as
one.
himself.
Or, I think it's one episode, 1 or 2 episodes. I'm not quite
I
sure.
think it was
how many,
just
but-
one.
Yeah, but it really, you're like,
Yeah,
that's not really
but
something
he did an advert for Warburton's bread as well, didn't he?
He did.
Which was like, what the hell?
And it was.
So you don't need the money.
Oh my
But then
goodness.
Bruce Willis did an advert for Sky One or Sky TV.
They must pay
They're
couple
all
years
doing
ago.
it. They're all
Yeah.
doing it, aren't they?
It gets their faces out there, doesn't it?
Look at him.
Wow.
Look at yourself on the screen.
I know.
It's
Slim
Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Slim Jim.
He's
Slim
fading
Jim.
away before our eyes.
Yeah. Soft as a baby's bum. He does look like a big baby. Who wants to see Pauly dressed up in a nappy with a dummy in his mouth?
Oh no, no, that's not a
I've got your
sight.
back on this one, Paul.
Yeah, no, that's not a sight that anybody.
Okay, just a baby grow then.
No.
Just a onesie.
You could do a sumo suit before you lose it all.
Feels so good.
Can you see him?
Dum, dum, dum.
Oh, look, they're rocking it again.
Oh yeah.
If the cars are rocking, don't come a knocking.
Yeah. So I think we better wrap it up then, because I'm sure we're boring the shit out of
I'm
everybody
sure we are.
I'm sure we are.
by now.
Yeah, okay. Gonna say bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye. And if you're around next Screen Unseen, let's make a little group out of
Screen
it.
unseen, screen
Yeah,
unseen.
that'd be quite cool.
I have to come up with a jingle, won't we?
We'll have to write a song.
Yeah.
Like
that's
what's
right.
in the Poundland bin?
Did you come up with a jingle? What's in the Poundland bin?
Well, yeah, with the aid of an app.
What's in the Poundland bin?
What's in the Poundland bin?
Okay, excellent. Right. Well, I'm going to say night-night, and I'll probably sleep quite comfortably over here on the way home.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I hope
Night-night,
not. You're driving.
everybody. Bye.
Bye, Claire.
Well, bye, Big Pauly. It's been emotional.
It's been emotional. We'll try it. We'll do it again, won't we?
Yes.
Looking forward. Where the hell's Luke on?
She's gone.
She's slumped back there. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. If you'd like to support my channel, you can donate using the link below. All funds received, no matter the amount, will be greatly appreciated and will be administered back into the channel for future improvement. Thank you for viewing this video and subscribing to my channel. Blimey, I got through that in one take. Result.